Welcome back to Ford Park for this second game of Interleague. Today now it's Div 1 girls. It's the YJFL versus the Eastern Football Netball League. It's an exciting game. It's obviously Div 1 now, so we've had Division 2, put that aside. It's now Division 1 time, and it's under lights at Ford Park. I'm excited. I think everyone here is excited, up and about. Players are dispersed. We have Eastern kicking to the left of screen, and we have Yarra to the right of screen. We also would like to thank our match day partners today. We have NRK, also Swinburne University of Technology, Hire Depot, Pivot Sports Performance, Sports Safe Australia, and Hair House. We thank you to all our sponsors for today. As we're just about ready here at Ford Park, the rain has just eased off a little bit. You never know about Melbourne weather. We saw it in the first game. It was torrential, but now let's hope we get a clean contest at ground level as the two ruckmen will go at it. And immediately it's Yarra who get the first clearance at it. And it's Eastern who repel very nicely, and they'll go inside back in the middle of the ground, which is pretty risky, but it works out. And they will get a mark, and it'll come from one of their players in the midfield. It'll be Rabbi, who will have a kick towards the centre forward mark. Kick will just fall short and won't really get to a target, but they can go again here. Eastern, they go forward. Yarra did really well to just defend that sort of four-way forward. It's at ground level now, and it's tough to pick up. Obviously, with all the rain that happened in the Division 2 match, tough to get handle on this footy. As the ball's still bobbling around, and it's now Yarra who get the ball out. Almost a bush in the back. Umpire said no, keep going. Now it's Eastern who repel. It's Yarra who get the ball forward. Eastern are well defended back there, and they do well to intercept mark, and they'll go back on that same wing, trying to find a teammate in the same colours. They can't. It's now in front of the Yarra bench. Ball's kicked, sort of this kick mark sort of style. It's kick to kick at the moment here at Ford Park. Tough to get a handle on it for both teams, as I said. Again, it's that sort of touching on the ground, just little dribble kicks on the ground. Ain't going to help the forwards at any stage of this game. Ball will go forward. Yarra do well to just defend it, just hold it in and lock it in. That's exactly what they do. So a frantic couple of minutes so far in Division 1. It's obviously going to be, the skill level's going to be there, but we also hope a high-scoring contest will be nice. I know it's hard in these conditions, but it'd be nice to see as Eastern try and get the handball game going. They do, and all of a sudden it's Yarra who's defending very grimly on the goal line. Kick will come out, and it will almost go over the line. So Yarra do get the relieving kick out of their 50. And again, it's just Eastern who are set up so well defensively early in this game. It'll be a ball up right on the wing here, or you could say centre half forward for Eastern. So the ruckmen go to work. The ball almost goes to the boundary line. Yarra do really well to get it into their hands and use the handball chain to link up, and except overusing the handball, and umpire said that's holding the footy. Free kick will go towards Eastern. So again, their pressure has been immense, and they can now go forward. So their coach will be hoping for a better entry now, because they've had a couple and have been too good, and that's the one. So I asked for it, and guess what had happened? And they won't take any time to waste, and they go short, and they find another target. So that's better movement from Eastern. They'll have a set shot now. So another tall forward, I think number 20, Lee, for Eastern. Set shot, it's a low darting kick, but it's the first. It's the first here at Ford Park for Division 1 girls. So no score yet for Yarra, but it's a 1 goal to Eastern. That's the first goal for the game, and they're always excited. It was a low darting ball, but it got through. And that's one's on the Hire Depot scoreboard here at Ford Park. As I said, it rained a lot in that first game here, starting at 5:15. Let's hope that rain just stays away. The picturesque little picture here we have here in this box with this beautiful lighting here at Ford Park. It's what you want to see on a Wednesday night. As the ball will go to ground, but almost picked up by a teammate in the same colours, but the ball will be thrown back up. Umpire says nominate, please, ruckman. They do. And almost one from Yarra, but they just couldn't get that last little relieving handball to their teammates. At the moment, it's almost like the first game, Division 2. It's high, frantic footy. You got to be good. Umpire said it'll be a free kick. Not really sure what that was for. That it'll be a free kick to Eastern, and it'll come from number 21, Conrads, who will go forward. Couldn't find a target. Again, and the ball might go over the boundary line again here, but it won't. And Yarra doing really well to keep this ball alive, but they can't really get any of that relief pressure on this sort of wing area when they try to escape. Umpire says play on, keep going. A nice tackle, so Eastern will go forward again. Looking for another big mark. Couldn't take it. Ball fall to ground. A kick out to the top of the goal square. Who's there? No one at the moment. Not sure about that for Eastern, but they get the ground level. Almost the fumble. Might have cost Eastern a goal there. Right at the crucial time. Umpire says I'll have it. Opportunity there. Umpire's waiting for the ruckman to get back into position. Thrown up again as this rain is now getting a little bit heavier. Ball will be thrown back in. You can see rain coming down, so it'll be the team that's the cleanest and the best at ground level that will probably win this game of footy. We know it's going to be tough when the ball's at ground level, but those marking tall forwards are going to be tough, so take them on the chest if I'm one of those coaches in the coach's box. Ball will fall out. Eastern do pretty well to just get these handball chains. They do almost fumble it, but they do really well. Risky handball in the middle, top of the goal square almost. It's Yarra again who just retrieve. It'll be almost a mark again, so that would be a nice relieving mark for their backman. Couldn't take it. It'll be another forward stoppage for Eastern. They lock it in their forward half. Ruckman will go back at it again here. Rucks will go. Oh, she could have been a dangerous tackle. Umpire said yes. Looked dangerous from here, and the umpire saw it also. So it'll be a free kick. And Yarra can just retrieve. They've been in their backline the whole time this quarter. Almost a mark for Eastern, but another miss handball. The ball will go back inside forward 50. That was smart. Eastern, they try and link up with their handballs. They do it again. Little fumbles could cost them a little bit though at the moment, Eastern. They can't really pick it up. Excuse is it's pouring rain. It's fair enough. Ball will come out. 1-on-1 here on the wing. Now it's back to a scramble sort of footy, congested style. Umpire sort of doing right to let this play go. Just waiting for a little split second to ball it up. But done well. Almost a bit of a fresh area there for Eastern. And again, it's just this frantic football that we've seen it today and a bit earlier this afternoon. And now it's Yarra who just stormed through the middle of the ground. They go to just a sort of open fielded sort of kick there. So go get that, she says. And the kick wasn't really to the advantage, so it'll come back from Eastern on this far wing. So now they've got to sort of do well to just hold this ball up here, Yarra, and they do. This train is getting heavier and heavier as more moments go. It's going to be tough for the coaches to know what to do in these situations. As the umpire will ask for it again. As we only have one major here at the moment for the Eastern Football League. It's another missed handball for Yarra, and it'll go forward for Eastern. And now it's again. Now they can try to get this foray forward. Can Yarra? Going to be tough. Middle of the ground. Big ball to win here. Umpire says I'll have it. No quick whistle. Could have been high contact, actually. He did. I thought he was calling for the ball up, but he said, no, that's a free kick. So Yates goes sideways. And they will sort of go this wing. That we've been a lot of action on this wing. So for the coaches, they'll be nice and close to it, so they'll know what's happening. Downfield free kick, will it be? Yes, it will. Umpire said, yep. That was after you kick the footy, so it'll be a downfield free kick. So now Eastern again going forward. Not the best kick. Drop mark from Yarra, though. Could be a chance for Eastern. They go forward. The wall is set up. The rain is getting heavy by the moment. And again, it's just this sort of congested style of footy that we've seen all day. It's tough to see if the coaches know what to do. Maybe space out the contest. give the Rovers a bit of a chance to run into the footy a bit cleanly. Now it's Easton who get the ball forward. And the bounce of the ball didn't really help them out. And it's Yarra who tried to put on the tackling pressure, did that really well. The ball spat out. Umpire said, no, I'll still have it. He throws it back up for the ruckman to go at it. So it's no real clear winner there, but Yarra get the ball at ground level, did that really well. Again, it'll be hold up. No, it won't. Ball tapped out. Ping-ponging around here. Like a ping-pong match at the moment. You can't really tell who's winning and who's losing. Now the ball will come out and almost a chance there. But it's sort of this handball and could have been holding the ball there, but well played. Got a little handball out. That's what you have to do in that situation. It's now Easton who tried to hold up the ball. But the ball did come out, which is not what you want. And the shepherding was on offer there. So Easton just trying to get this ball in the middle of the ground as much as they can. It's risky, but to be honest, you got to take risk in this situation with the driving weather. It's tough to get past any defence. Umpire said, I'll have the footy again, please. So we'll throw it back up here for the ruckman to go at it again. So Conrad's in the ruck for the EDFL. Waiting for that kick to come in, and it does. So now Yarra get the opportunity through their number 39. That's a nice little kick forward. Couldn't really get the much, really, I guess, momentum through that forward entry, but they try to now. The ball just scrapping forward for each team. You can see Yarra trying to dive on the footy, but Easton do really well to get this ball back the other way. It's pretty tough in the trenches at the moment because no team can get clean hands on the footy, get a big kick in their forward line because you've got the two big forwards for each team waiting, but they just can't get anywhere near it. So at the moment, you look at Yarra's forward half and it is empty. Their forward line is just non-existent at the moment. Now it's Easton who get the clearance that we've seen all day at the moment so far in this first quarter. Kick it forward. And the ball will just stop. No, it won't. Yarra do well, but an in-errant handball could cost them. Easton on the ball, but he might go over the boundary line again. This familiar spot we've seen all day. Ball doesn't really want to move from that little pocket or centre half region. So we'll have another ball up here. The ball is thrown in with this torrential rain still pouring down in this first quarter. Umpire circling around, waiting for another ball up, but the ball will come out for Yarra. 1-on-1 on the wing there. Almost won, but it was won by Yarra. Now they can get almost a mark there, but drop just at the crucial time where you have to take that mark to relieve the backman for some pressure. And they almost try, but they get a kick forward. Could be sort of to their favour. Had a bounce here would be a nice result for Yarra, you'd think. And it is. So, time to reset and get their backman a little bit of some relief at the moment, because at the moment it's been all living in Easton's forward half, which is what you don't want. Another quick thank you to our sponsors for today. I'll get to them in just a moment. I'll just call the action here as we see Yarra trying to handball their way through this. Boys, this touch play on. You heard it through there, and Yarra get the ball out into open space. It could help them out though here, but it doesn't. That sort of contested style of game that sort of both teams would like, but it's going to be the team who's the cleanest. Also, that's a high contact free kick, you'd think it is. Umpire said, yep. Free kick will go to Yarra. So with 7 minutes left in this contest, you never know. Yeah, another high contact. So 7 minutes left in the quarter. You can sort of think that Yarra could get a forward entry here and probably maybe lock it in for their sake, you'd hope. If you're one of the coaches in their coaches boxes, they try to link up with the handball chain. This is going to be one of those games where you just got to get it forward at any means possible. There's a Yarra player streaming towards goal. This could be a moment off the ground. You bet. A goal that was much needed for Yarra, and they get it. So a moment that you can really think about. It was just out the back. A moment that you could, if you're the coach, you'll be happy with that one. You'll soccer off the ground, just streaming into the forward line, and the tall forwards didn't get the end of it, but it was a small forward that drifted forward and got the job done for Yarra. So a big moment there in the contest to get it back to all even, and that's 1 goal apiece. That's on the higher deep 8 scoreboard. That was kicked by number 24, Borington, I think. I'll make sure of that one. As it's Easton who get this clearance and the wing. And now they can move it along. It's cross land here for Easton. Nice short little target. That's what you have to do. Chip to this defence. He gets the handball back though. Into trouble. Almost got smothered. Didn't want to get the kick over the attempted smothering, but the ball will come back from Yarra. And almost a nice contest there again. And it's Easton who repel, get a ball back inside 50. It was well played. And now a kick almost top of the goal square, but it could just fall to the right. Out of bounds on the full. As now Yarra can just sit this up. There's no real player on that sort of wing side where we are, so they're going to have to go back down that same wing that we've seen all quarter. Now it's Easton who can just repel again with the short entry. But again, it's the same thing. It's just on the full. So where they're playing a part here at the moment at Ford Park. As it's now Easton who can kick it long and Yarra I should say, kick it long and just possess the footy. And Easton take a nice mark so they can go back inside 450 here with just under 5 minutes remaining in this first term. Ball does go in. Ball to ground level again, where it's been all day. Slippery footy. And then a kick out. Easton trying to repel whatever they can do at the moment for Yarra. And almost a mark there again. So Easton trying their hearts out to get this ball as deep as they can for their forwards, but nothing's really working out at the moment. As we see Yarra just trying to get this ball out, and they do that really, really well. So now they can just hold this ball for the next 4 minutes and just possess it, because they wouldn't want any more scoreboard pressure on their backs, because it's all going downhill when it goes in the middle of the ground. It happens again here. Easton, rain getting heavy here at the moment at Ford Park. And we'll have the ball up. Quick time to thank our sponsors also for today. NRQ, Swinburne University of Technology, Higher Depot, Pivot Sports Performance, Safe Space Australia, and also Hair House. Thanks to all our sponsors for today here at Ford Park. A kick out almost for Yarra. Worked out nicely, but it didn't. Missed the boot. And now it's just all really Easton that you can just hold the footy. And then we'll just try to dive on it and just hold it in. So smart play for Yarra or Easton in that case to get this ball, lock it in there forward entry or forward 50. They try to go again. It's Yarra in and under. Just trying their hearts out to just get this ball out, because they know their backmen are under a lot of pressure at the moment. Another smother again. So the smothering's been on showcase again in this Division 1 girls game, Interleague. YJFL have the chance to get this ball out, and they do. Any result here will be smart, and the smart result is to tap it over the boundary line, throw it in. So Rucks will set up right in front of us, as we have the boundary umpire to throw it back in. And he does. It is short, but it might go over the boundary line again. So the boundary umpire will have a chance to probably redeem himself after that first one. And the Rucks setting up again, so just under almost 2 minutes remaining in this quarter. And well grown, crashing through there for Yarra. It's Easton with that wall again. And the handballs will come out, so now they have a chance to go forward. Maku, they can go forward, and they go long to the one-on-one in the top of the 50 mark here at the moment, but they can't really get their hands on it. And now it's Easton who just have done it all quarter. Boot the ball out of there. A drop mark could be costly for Yarra as the handball chain will link up. Now they can get and go. That's a nice kick at the top of the 50. That's the sort of kick you have to pull off in this weather. They can go on, they can swing on their left foot, but they don't. They choose to go long. That's a big mammoth kick, but it might just go to the left. Actually, I thought he gave it a ride. It was from crossland again. Had a chance to put that one. Probably a big one that would have liked late in his first quarter. That's one goal. Straight to 1 goal 1 on 7 on the High Depot scoreboard here at Ford Park. As the kick in will go into favour of Yarra. They can pick their way through this defence. Haven't been able to do it all first quarter here at the moment, but if they can just try, they could do it. And now they can link up with their big kick, so it's towards the boundary line. Wouldn't be a bad result, but the speed of Eastern is on showcase there. They got to that ball quickly and they got it forward. And now they can use their legs and drive and go forward, but they can't on that occasion. And it's Yarra who repel, and now they get the chance to probably nullify this footy right on the wing in front of the coaches. As we tick down to the last 20 seconds in this first quarter. It's been entertaining. Both teams have kicked one goal apiece. It's Eastern with a little 1 point advantage, a little kick there from Greenland. I'll get the name back again, but they've had a chance late in that quarter. It was Crossland who made a minor score, almost a chance, but missed the target. So they have a narrow lead, and there's the siren. So the first term comes to a close. It's 1 goal straight for YJFL, and it's 1-1 at the moment for Eastern. So they will take a narrow lead into the first term, and we'll be back just after this shortly after a break going into the second quarter. Hey everybody, welcome back to Ford Park. My name is Ziggy Keating, and we're in for the second quarter of this Interleague contest. We have the Eastern Football League. They're ahead by 1 point as this rain is starting to tear down here at Ford Park. If you're a supporter, get your umbrellas ready because you'll need it. And we've seen a fair bit of good play in the first quarter. We saw it owned by Eastern. A goal at the back for Yarra, so they'll be happy with that. And let's see how the second quarter goes here. So it's Yarra with the sort of centre clearance, got it out to their wingman. They couldn't really get an effective touch there, but it'll come out to guess who. It's Eastern again in their centre clearances. Have been good all day, or so far in this contest with the first quarter. And the handball chain can link up here. And it'll be stopped in the track from Yarra, so well done to stop that. And then it'll just be a nullified footy here in the middle of the ground. We'll just hold the footy. Both teams trying, but umpire might call it for my ball. No, Yarra get the clearance. That's big, because it was just stuck in that sort of middle part of the ground. Almost a chance to get the handball over the top, but Eastern again, just the clean hands. That's what you have to do in these situations. Get it forward. No matter how you get it there, just get it forward. Nice mark. Brilliant. So that's what they need now, Eastern. They can go across the green. Oh, risky kick in these conditions with the skidding footy. Nice pick up, though. That's what you need. And a nice kick, too. Some crazer. 21 in the middle of the ground now, so they can get and go. That was a nice play. And they have smother. So Yarra doing well defensively too with those little defensive acts, the 1% as we call them. That's holding the footy though. Umpire said yes it is. So the free kick will go to Eastern. They now defend really well. So go on this outer wing, or this wing towards us. Almost holding, but a good mark. That's a good strong mark. And Eastern, they got players over the top calling for it. Middle of the ground. It's an okay option. Almost the mark taken. Now they can sort of get this ball a bit more deeper in their forward half. They do. Ball trickles out the back. It's all Yarra. And they can sort of hold this footy up here. Go across the ground, though. Pretty risky. They do try and get their handball towards the goal square, but they can't because it's all Eastern at ground level. And the ball will come out, though. It's Eastern who get a snap-on goal. Falls out the back. Umpire says it's behind. So there's a behind. So now it's a 2-point lead now for Eastern on that scoreboard. As we see, it's now 1-2 to 1 goal straight on the High Depot scoreboard. Kick comes back in for Yarra. This rain's still teeing down, so you got to be clean at ground level also if you're the players out there. So the ball just trickles into the forward line for Eastern. They can just sort of hold this ball up here. Big nice result for them, but they don't. Yarra with that clearing kick that we've seen all day. As the ball just on the boundary line almost went over, but now it does. So we'll have a throw in here on the outer wing, or almost centre half forward mark for Eastern, you could say. As the ball will be thrown up now. It's Yarra who get the clearing tap away. Did that really well. Umpire says, give it a me. Crosses his arms. It's going to be the team that I said, the cleanest, the ground level, and also the team that takes their chances when they go forward. It was all Eastern in the first quarter. Couldn't really take their chances, and they sort of missed one before, so won't be happy with that one with all the coaches. But yeah, just got to take your chances now. It's just now or never. Second quarter, rain sort of pouring, or sprinkling down, you could say. So you've got to take your chances if you're on the side. It's Yarra who get the nice clearance, so good tap work, and they get in the middle of the ground. It's a risky kick because now it's cut off by Eastern, and they can go forward now, and they do. And the handball chain linked up was very, very nice. They can go inside the forward line. It's a deep entry. Almost a mark. Will they pay it? No. Close, but it'll just fall to ground. And the chance probably gone begging for Eastern. They had that sort of two players sort of jumping for the same mark there. And they almost got a handball there, but it's Eastern again. Selling the candy was nicely done. And a shot at goal just misses. Goes for Australian. Gee, could have been probably goal of the day, you could say, because that was a nice selling of the candy. Could have been goal of the day, thanks to Sports Save Australia. It was a nice selling of the candy, Eddie Betts style, you could say. And a missed opportunity again for Eastern. So scoreboard reads 1 goal, 3-9. Eastern to 1 goal straight for Yarra, and that is on the Higher Depot scoreboard here at Ford Park. As the rain is just stopped here now, so it could be a bit cleaner a couple of minutes here. We never know about Melbourne weather. Could just start raining in the next 2 seconds. You never know. Ball goes forward. Had players at the back there, Eastern, and the ball might just go over the boundary line here with the boundary umpire right there. Now it does. So we'll have a forward stoppage here for Eastern. An opportunity to get a major through the big sticks. They need it now because a couple of behinds in a row. They'll be wanting to increase that sort of lead that they have at the moment. The buffer, it's 3 points, but if you look at Yarra, they can't get their ball forward. As Eastern trying to scramble his footy again. It's almost picked up, and it is. It's just scrap forward. They've got players at the back, though, at the moment, and it's going to go to the top of the goal square, and a mark has been taken. So a big moment now to put this goal through. It'd be a nice little buffer at the moment. It's been a good start to the second quarter. You'd want to put this one through to, I guess, assert your dominance in a big way, to kick a major and assert this lead even further. That's exactly what happens. That's what you have to do. Assert the dominance with putting the scoreboard pressure on your opponent. And when you do that, well, you're going to win the game probably 9 times out of 10. So we see on the scoreboard now, the scoreboard does read 1 goal straight. That's Yarra. 2 goals, 3, 15. That is also Eastern. So that is all thanks to the High Depot scoreboard. They're our scoreboard sponsor here at Ford Park. That's probably a nice opportunity to thank all our sponsors: NRQ, Swinburne University of Technology, High Depot, Pivot Sports Performance, Sports Save Australia, and Hair House also. As we see Eastern with the clearance, they do well. Nice turn the player inside out. They just probably holding the footy. Umpire says, yep, took him on. The Arrow will get the free kick here. Player streaming in the forward line. That was really smartly done. Mark almost taken at the back. The Arrow just trying to hold this ball in. We've seen all day, it's probably Eastern who do get the ball in this situation. They boot it out. But maybe not now. I guess has been a whistle. Not exactly what that's for, but it'll be a free kick to Yarra. Could be maybe kicking in danger or holding possibly some of them. No one actually on the mark at the moment. Now there is, so not sure where that free kick, I couldn't actually see where that actually was, but nonetheless it's a free kick to Yarra. A chance to put one through and get one back on the scoreboard. To take a pretty big kick from here. It is, and has it gone through? Just might have hit the post. It has. So it'll be behind now for Yarra, and that moves them to 1-1-7 to 2 goals, 3, which is Eastern. That's on the High Depot scoreboard. The ball will trickle outside the boundary line. As we can hear the players setting up behind the footy. It's Eastern again with that ruck battle at the moment. It's almost won by Conrads. They couldn't get the ball forward, but now they do. Almost Yarra. Umpire says it's out in the full. Free kick will go to Eastern. as we're just waiting for an option to open up. That one's really... So, I think that actually might have been mixed up me too, but that's a free kick, or it might have been out of bounds on the full, but it went actually towards Yarra, so confused a lot of people. Probably caught the backman off guard there for Easton, and the ball just went through, hit the post, so it went through for about behind, and we'll have the scoreboard that will be moved to 1 goal 2-8 now to 2 goals 3-15, and that's on the Depot scoreboard. Nice little cutting ball inside. It'll be won by Easton though. They've been good at this all day, just getting the ball out in the wing, and they do that now, right in front of us. So good view here of this one-on-one contest. And well done by Yarra. They can dive on this footy. To nullify it, they couldn't, and the ball will go back into the middle of the ground. So risky kick, but it could work out. A tackle opportunity just gone begging. Sometimes the other tackles you have to hold on if you're a team that's sort of trying to assert the dominance on the game with the 4 entries that Easton have had. And now they can cut through the middle of the ground. That's a risky kick, but it could work. No. Ground intercepting mark by number 18, Mikak. Did really well. Goes long and almost a mark for Easton on that occasion. Couldn't take it. That was number 20, Lee. So little moments in this contest where we've seen missed opportunities, missed kicks, and possibly out the back goal. So it's crucial moments in the contest as we see Easton handball, but it's inerrant. Goes straight to Yarra. And they can almost pick this footy up. They can't though. We'll have another stoppage here right on the 50-metre paint, you'd think. So the ball will be thrown up again here. Big moments in this contest, and that's a nice relieving handball. The kick will go long and strong and just might forward, but no, it'll be a goal. It fell to ground, and you weren't actually sure if the ball was going to go out, but it wasn't. And Yarra did a fantastic job to get that ball and to pick it up and eventually get the little check side to goal. That's what you have to do, and that's it's a goal on the scoreboard. So that'll be a very nice one to get back for Yarra. They now move to 2 goals 2-14 to 2 goals 3-15. So they're by 1 point Yarra at the moment. That's all on the higher Depot scoreboard. So that's another big moment there. So possibly a slip to ground, and then a missed opportunity down one end for the Easton, and all of a sudden Yarra just come down the other end and make your pace. They can if they will. Now back to 1 point ball game. Middle of the ground again. Ruckman go back at it. Nicely tapped down, and it's won by Yarra. Left foot kick, don't mind it. It'll work. Now Yarra can relieve their handballs. It was nicely done. The ball will go just in the 50-metre arc sort of place here and right in front of us, and the kick will go nicely. That's a mark. And a quick play on, and a kick, a goal is short. Oh, look, it looked good off the boot. It came from Mariku, who had the shot, number 57 for Yarra, an opportunity gone begging. It was just touch on the goal line, so just a moment that you could think that could have gone through. But it's all set up on the scoreboard. It's 15 apiece. But now they can go again here, and that looks better too. And it is. It's a major. And it's number 54, Bird, who kicks the goal. That's a fantastic finish. Running flat out almost. A little bit off balance, you could say. Nice little kick with the right foot and got it straight through. And a big moment because now they've taken the lead now, Yarra. And now it's all to 3 goals 3-21 to 2 goals 3-15. So that's all on the higher Depot scoreboard. So the umpires will come back in readiness here. Middle of the ground. We saw the first quarter was owned by Easton. Now the second quarter being probably played in Yarra's forward half. So tale of 2 stories here at the moment in this first half. Well done by, you can see Lee for the Easton trying to just really get herself on the footy and just sort of get the ball out in the middle of the ground, but couldn't do anything with it. And now it's Yarra who do really well. Crowd screaming ball. Umpire said no. And we just have this ball middle of the ground again. So it's it's Easton who come away with it. Really nicely done there. That's the play you have to see from your centre backs. And kick off the ground from Yarra. Smart. Got it to a teammate. That's a bump in the side. And umpire said play on. It's a ball we locked in. And almost a great play by Dalton before. To pick it up and almost find a target. But another crucial moment where it just came undone. And it's nicely played by Yarra. Coming out of the half-back position. Kicking off the ground. It's sort of smart in these conditions where you're not sure where the ball's going to go. But Yarra do trail back now. It's Easton who can get the ball at ground level. They do. Nicely cutting through the play. They kick it long and it'll just almost trickle over the bench a little bit. It won't. It'll stay in. That's smart play. Got it forward. Is there a chance here? The ball will be just knocked out of the play. An opportunity. Yeah, it'll work. Snap round the corner. Just falling short. And it'll almost go over the bench. I know it won't. It'll be kept in by Easton. And Yarra can just defend grimly. And just get it out as much as they can. And was that a runner in the way there? He just got out the way quickly. And now it's Easton who repel. They're going inside 50 again. Could this be a moment? A mark? No, out the back. Yarra got the numbers. But almost it falls to ground. Could it be a goal? It is. Almost. Yeah, no, touched. Oh, an almost moment. Umpire said it was touched off the boot. Look good from here. Now it'll be Yarra who can escape with a kick in here. I'll go the other side, the coach's box side. And a drop mark there could be crucial to get that sort of relieving for their backs at the moment because Yarra have had to deal with a couple of re-entries from Easton. Umpire asking for the hands to come up from the ruckman, and they do, and they swarm in. So do the Ruck Rovers too, and Yarra just doing the smart things, getting the boot off the ground and just kicking it forward. As many means cost, get it forward. And it's Easton who trying to just hold this ball up, and they do. They will. So basically almost in the middle of the ground here at Ford Park, where the rain has stopped. It's been off and on all evening and night, and now it's a chance for them to, or both teams to sort of get clean, a bit more clean at ground level, and sort of trying to spot up their tall forwards, which is what they want. As Easton do really well, kick will come inside the 50. Almost done well by Easton. They're trying to just get this ball off the ground. They pick it up nicely. Snap round the corner. Who's there? It'll be a mark almost. Yarra have to do well here defensively. Their backmen need to, and they want a stoppage. They don't though. They get it out of there nicely, but it's a probably grimly kick off the ground. Almost Easton. They couldn't do a lot with it. And it might be a ball up here, and it is. So, gee, that was well defended by Yarra. To not dive on the footy there was smart. Just tap it out to their teammates. Find a person with the same jumper as them was handy. And we have a Easton just trying to muscle their way on the footy and just tap it forward as any means cost. As the ball's still just ping-ponging around and another stoppage. This is good from Easton though. Got in their forward line. It's been living in Yarras for the first part of the second quarter. Now it's their turn now to convert. Just over 3 minutes left in this quarter. The next goal is crucial. Could it be a 2-goal lead, or could it just be a goal that can give Easton the lead? As the out-of-field umpire calls a free kick, and that'll go to Yarra. Might have been a high contact free kick. I think he might have symboled there. So it'll go the way of Yarra, and they can now go forward a little bit more. And they do, but didn't find the targets they needed to find. And we'll see this ball being played along the ground. It's tough over in that wing. We've seen the ball all living all over there all evening and night. It's that sort of place where you've got to get it out. And if you do, it's going to be in a dangerous spot, which is where this kick goes right now. Yarra almost there. Easton do well to scramble defenders back to help them out. Easton do well to kick the ball out. They can sort of nullify the footy here. They do. But a good tackle. That'll be holding the footy. That's what you need. They were out Easton, and all of a sudden Yarra put a good tackle on. Good well. But another tackle from Easton. Doing really well, but umpires spotted a high contact free kick. It'll go to Easton. Is here a chance? Last 2 minutes of this contest Is it a chance to find a way in their forward line and possibly kick a major? But they can't because now it's Yarra. That could be holding the footy. Umpire said yes, it is. So the forward pressure's been on, or the back pressure's been on display too from both teams. And they go forward. Probably not the best kick, but it will keep it alive, and that's nicely played. You can look at the handball options. Just didn't know who was handballing there. Was Easton. Handball will go backwards as the ball will be thrown up again. Big moments here in this last minute and 12 seconds exactly in this second quarter. Minute before half time. You don't want to concede one late if you're either side. As the ball goes out towards the middle of the ground. Oh, a bit of a nutmeg there, and it'll fall in the hands of Easton so they can get this ball forward to their forwards. No, almost a good mark, but umpire's actually... Is he paid a mark? I think he might have. Not sure about that one, but it's a mark. Let's keep going. The ball goes in the middle of the ground, and it's a turnover almost for Yarra there, and it's going to be Easton who almost thrown out, you could say, and the ball just still staying in this middle part of the ground, almost holding the footy. They're just calling for some reassurance to coaches just to say, come on, just hold on to it. Not long left in this quarter. The ball will be balled up again. So, about 15 seconds left here. You don't want to concede one. You think the only team that could score is probably the team going to the right of screen, and that is the Eastern. And the ball will be thrown up again, and the siren will sound. So an interesting quarter and an interesting half of football we've seen. Half time here, it's 3-3, 21 YJFL, and it's Eastern who are 4, 16. It's a 5-point ball game with the rain just starting to tee down here at Ford Park. We'll be back in a moment. It's half time. Enjoy. Hello everybody, welcome back to Ford Park for this second half contest between Yarra and Eastern, two respective leagues, ready to go in this second half. We have the scoreboard, 3-3, 21 to 4, 16. Umpire holds the ball aloft. It's Yarra with a slight 5-point lead into this third quarter. We are underway. Clean tap from Eastern, did that really well. Now the ball will fall to ground, and it'll be almost Yarra on top of the footy. Almost try to get that ball out, but it'll be another stoppage here, as we probably can see with all the rain just pouring down here at Ford Park. The rain will play a pivotal factor in this third quarter, you'd expect, and probably rest of the game, depending how the Melbourne weather stands up here. So more stoppages to come. Both rucks tap down. It's Yarra who try to get the ball first, and they do. Nicely controlled, use their handballs. Probably given it to the big ruckman, probably not the best choice, as the ball's been dislodged, and just now it's probably going to be another stoppage, and it is. As the rain really starting to have it down now, we can see it. So the fans are all huddling under cover. As we see the ball just still on the ground. Both teams hesitant to pick it up. Another stoppage. So that's about 4 in a row. Waiting for this game to break open for one team. As now it's Yarra who almost get it forward. And now all of a sudden it's high contact. So they're going to Yarra. So here's a moment. Short little hit up lead could be an option. It is. That was Bird who won that free kick in the contest. Kicked it out wide, but no real teammates out wide. It'll be a free kick, and it will go the way of Eastern. So a couple of free kicks been picked out early from the umpires. Kick will go in the middle of the ground. Risky kick. You see the players set up there for Yarra. Couldn't get a clean disposal. Now they do. Get inside the forward line. Almost an opportunity there for Yarra to pounce on that, as this rain is starting to get heavier and heavier. Ball just still on the ground. It's always been at this little ground level. No one's pretty hesitant to pick it up. It's a pretty tough game to sort of conjure up who's the team with the more momentum into this second half. Probably would be Yarra with their second quarter second half of the second quarter, they momentum they brought into half time, and I guess Eastern have had the first quarter ascendance. They got the ball in their forward half a couple of times, so it's sort of evenish where the game's at the moment with one apiece in those first two quarters. But now it's Yarra who win this sort of little ball they had to win, and they did. So they got it forward, and now it's Eastern who have to defend really, really, really well, and they sort of do. But then it comes out for Yarra, and the kick is going to fall for a behind. So an opportunity there for Glenn. That was for Yarra. And the scoreboard does now read 2 goals for 16. That's Eastern, and it's 3 goals for 22 for Yarra. That is on the higher divot scoreboard, or depot scoreboard here at Forward Park. As this ball is just being a little bit of a soft spot in this game here. We don't know what's going to happen. A bit of handball to herself and run out of space, holding the ball. It should be the call. It is. It'll go to Yarra. The handball to herself. That's a way to do it. You want to get an extra touch for yourself, you could say. Handball to yourself, it's fair enough. Kick will go down the line. Could have been a free kick for a push in the marking contest. Umpire said no, keep going. So they do, and the ball will be sort of stoppage here in the forward half for Yarra. Ball's thrown up again, and it'll be the two rucks that go at it. The ball kicked in a dangerous spot here for Yarra. And now it's all Eastern who can escape, but it's a risky kick. But it'll still work out with this ball just strictly on the ground in this wet conditions. They do well to pick it up. But again, it's just the turnovers that costing both teams at the moment. As Yarra have a clear shot at goal, it is going to have to travel a bit of a distance. And it's bounced through. That is a mammoth kick. That is a sort of a 45 to... I guess 40-metre kick. It's right in the limit that you want to be able to kick from. It's not an easy kick, but it's skidded home. Maybe the rain played a bit of a part there, and it was very, very handy. So a major on the board for Yarra, and it comes from number 13, Fordington, who did really, really well, and they kicked that much-needed goal. Do Yarra, and they get to that 12-point lead. So a big moment on the scoreboard. That is the high depot scoreboard. So a moment there for Yarra that they could probably get their assertions in this third quarter. You never know. Only taps a couple of clearances for Eastern to get back into this contest, but they might not get one here, and it'll be held up here. So these are the moments where you want to get down and dirty and get these clearances, because could determine the match and how the match unfolds. With Yarra trying to just get their little, stoppages game going, but all of a sudden it's Eastern who win the clearance in the middle of the ground. It's an important one. They do well to get out of traffic. That's nicely done by Crossland. Did really well to get out of trouble there. And I'll just nullify this footy at the top of the 50 to Eastern. And the ball just comes out. I reckon it might be coming back. No, almost. Crossland again involved there. Couldn't get the ball. And then it'll come out on the wing side. And this rain just getting heavier. It is tough now. And it's, as we see Yarra trying to get the ball forward, it's knocked out by Eastern. They'll have a chance here, going inside the forward line. Almost a mark, but Yarra well done defensively. Could be holding umpire, the crowd wanted it, and they'll get it. So Eastern have an opportunity. With the rain tumbling, it's probably one of the hardest moments to kick the ball in this sort of conditions. It's going to take all of, I reckon, 35 metres plus, waterlogged ball you'd assume. But a big kick to get this margin back to a goal. The kick will go to the top of the goal square. It'll fall short. Touched. Close. Very close, but you never know. Handy point, 11-point ball game. I know it's early to say handy point, but you never know this contest. As Yarra, the quick kick in. They now have a 11-point lead on that high divot scoreboard, depot scoreboard, and they go long down the wing here. You can hear the rain coming down, so it's going to be tough to mark. Mark it on the chest, please. That's what the coaches are saying. And there'll be a stoppage here on this wing in front of the coaches, so they'll be back on their instructions. This ball's just been sort of living on this wing all evening and all night at the moment for the first game of Div 1 that was taken by Eastern against YJFL. They got the job done 44-7. Congratulations to the Div 2 girls also there. As this ball will come out of the pack and it'll fall in Easton's hands. And they can go forward now with almost a mucky opportunity. Ball fell to ground. You can see Yarra just trying to scramble in the defensive line. Oh, almost thrown out there, but play on. Got a kick out, slung when she kicked it. And the ball will go over the line. So a big moment here. Rain's just starting to a little bit easy, you could say, from where it was. That was probably the heaviest we got all afternoon here at Ford Park, just about 2 or 3 minutes ago. So we'll go again here. Yeah, we do get the clearing kick, but not to a lot of avail. It's going to be now Easton who get the handball, but it was still a bit of a willy-nilly one and over the head. It's going to be tough to get the forwards a bit of a chance there with that sort of handball, but the ball will come out for Yarra and it'll be held up. Umpire said, give it to me. Rain now going to a bit of a, you could say a bit of a sprinkle here at the moment. So a good chance to get clean at ground level. That's exactly what Easton tried to do. Umpire says, holding the footy. Not a lot of pride there, I would have thought, but umpire said, no, you try to evade. Fair enough. Holding the footy. And it'll go towards the wing in front of the coaches. Very hard to see the action from here where we are. But the coaches will be able to bark their instructions, as I said, right in front of them, saying, come on, let's be clean, let's know what to do. The ball goes over the line again. Tick 10 minutes or so into this third quarter. Next 10 minutes and a half will be pretty big for both teams to go into the last quarter with either a loss or a tie even, you could say, in this contest where it's just so tough to read how it's going to go. As we have Yarra trying to win the tap down. They do. Could be holding the footy. Umpire said play on. Nice tackling pressure. It was Gaffer who took the ball out of the ruck and the ball spit out towards Yarra and then the ball will come back from Easton. So they'll have a chance inside the forward 50. If they can get this ball inside the 50, they do now. Now they can go. And they can set up their defensive line now, can Easton. Except the ball will spit out and it'll go inside the pocket and soccer off the ground. Almost a chance there too. Bit of soccer skills, Leo Messi style, would have been a miraculous soccer attempt. In these sorts of conditions, you probably have to do that. That's a quick take in with the kick in. We'll go towards Yarra and it will just be a bit of a turnover. And if Easton can lower their eyes, they've got targets up forward. Oh, they almost didn't. Falls to ground. An opportunity here, and it's a miss. Another opportunity. That was the one. Number 18 for Easton. It's Spencer. Had the opportunity to kick at that one and get the margin back to a reasonable lead for them to catch up to, but unfortunately wasn't the time. So the ball just on this centre forward mark. It is tough. With the scoreline looking at 4 goals, 4-28, 2 goals, 7-19. That's all on the Hire Depot scoreboard here at Ford Park. So again, it's just sort of living in this area with the with Easton just trying to find their way forward. It is tough, but they're still trying. They've done really well to get this in their position. In the first sort of 10 to so minutes, it was all living in Yarra's forward line, and all of a sudden the tides can turn, and it can turn pretty quickly. With Yarra struggling to get the ball out, and it's just all Easton. These are the games of footy on a Wednesday night. Cold, sort of wintry days. You've got to take the most chances you can. It's tough, but Yarra do come away with the clearance. They get it out. Almost found a target, and the ball will trickle over the boundary line. You'd think from here it might be a ball up even, but no, they do well, Yarra. They keep it alive. They keep the ball moving. That's what you got to do in these conditions. Even if you just slap it forward on the boot, that's exactly what they do again. Now through the middle of the green. Almost a falcon there for Easton. That could be holding the footy too. Umpire said yes, it is. Incorrect disposal. So now Yarra got players streaming forward. They got a chance here. They can. Umpire said play on. You took a step. Opportunity for Yarra to go forward. There was an opportunity, but Fortington couldn't capitalise. She took a step and she just sort of rushed it into it. Could have just popped it over the top quickly to the players running inside the 450. Couldn't do it. And I have a stoppage here for the Yarra, though. They won't mind that either. So the ball comes out and it's back over to Yarra, and the kick was smothered. Great smother. Fantastic work from Easton. They're the sorts of plays you can see. Another smother, but this time it's from Yarra. All those 1%ers, well done. Fantastic work. They get the ball out and they do it well. That was from Gaffer. Did really well. Number 33 to get the handball out. Again, big bump from Gaffer. She just wanted to assert her dominance on the game. But it's going to fall into Easton's hands. Umpire got in the way almost. And it'll be a stoppage. So, an opportunity now for both teams. Middle of the ground, so neutral position almost for both. Probably favouring Easton a little bit here. As they might get the clearance here. Almost do. They can't. Nice tackle. Fantastic tackle. Umpire said he'll have it though. So you can see both teams just trying to find a way to get the ball forward in a good position. And now here's a chance. They could be in the back. Umpire said no, keep going. It was in the side. Now another opportunity around the body. And who's that going to go to? Not really. Ground level. Who's there? Not a lot for there, but it's going to be Easton who pick up the footy, but turnover with the handball. Another one of those loose handballs that goes to the opposition. And now Yarra can just sort of defend really grimly and get the ball out, except it's coming back. And now they can just reassert this forward entry. It was a big, long kick from Lee. Did that really well. Top of the goal square almost. Handball out the back. They have a chance. Nice step on goal from Easton. Top of the goal square. No. Couldn't find the marking target. Snap out of there. It's a goal. It was a delayed celebration. I'll tell you what. I thought it might have gone further behind, but it was a goal. It's a fantastic goal. On the snap on that sort of side, it's not one of the easiest goals you'll see all day. That could be a contender of a goal of the day, thanks to our sponsor, Pivots. Thanks to sponsor, Safe Sport Australia. Fantastic snap. And now that's a crucial goal for Easton, because now they get this margin back to a reasonable 3 points. So quick thank you to our sponsors. We had NRQ, Swinburne University of Technology, Depot, Pivot Sports Performance and Sports Save Australia, and also Hair House. So thank you to all our sponsors for today here at Ford Park. We've seen 2 good games of footy so far, good contest. In driving wet conditions, it's tough for both these teams, but now it's time. Who's going to be the strongest and who's going to be the cleanest at ground level that can win this contest? And we'll see the stars that are shining. And number 13, I'll tell you what, she's had a good game. Crossland's done really well. Drives it in the forward line. The handball will come back, and guess who it is again? It's Crossland. Gets it into the forward line again. Nice, strong driving kick. And it'll trickle out the back, though. Now the pressure will come onto the Yarra defenders because couldn't pick it up. Umpire says hold the man, free kick. It'll go. I guess it'll go to Easton, and they won't waste any time. Have a set shot, and that sort of arc. Sometimes that happens when you kick from there. The angle of the ball just goes a little bit to the left, and a missed opportunity. But again, they're getting in the side of their forward line. That was Relunch to get the shot at goal. It was unlucky. A missed opportunity for Easton, but a chance nonetheless. Now the score will be looking like 3 goals, 8-26 to 4 goals, 4-28. Thanks to the Higher Depot. That's the scoreboard here at Ford Park. And this game has just gotten tightened up really close. The rain has stopped, which means the players can play a little bit easier now. And now it's Easton again with the forward line entry. You can think here right now. Yes, they do. Yarra set up defensively, though. Did that really well. Easton tried. Yarra could almost. No, they can't. Try to pick it up. Kick off the ground. Easton just scrambling. Who's there in the deep end? Or could be on the full, or might have scraped through for a behind, and it has. So, another behind. So now, Yarra 4 goals, 4-28. And from that behind, it's now 3 goals, 9-27. And that is on the Higher Depot scoreboard. So it's just even up a little bit. And it's Yarra just trying to get this ball out. And they did that all in the first quarter. Exactly within the first quarter, Easton. And second quarter, they struggled with their forward line. And all of a sudden, they're back into their mojo with this forward line entries. And they can't get this ball out, and it'll be another stoppage here in the forward half for Eastern. An opportunity with 2 minutes, and just under 2 minutes 30 to go. Fans watching on with anticipation for this contest. It'll be a cracking last quarter if the scoreboard stays as it is. Or one goal could probably determine that one goal buffer that can help out a team. A couple of the Yarra players appealing for the full. Umpire said no, he bounced on the line, so we'll throw it in. Ruck set up. Tap goes down. Easton trying to get the clearance. They couldn't, and it'll be another stoppage. So it is a tough watch here at the moment for all the people at the moment in the stands. They're all anticipating this last quarter coming up. But one more goal here for each team could be huge. And it's Eastern who almost get the handball out. And umpire says we will have a stoppage in play here. Might be a player down, or might be a throw-in, or could be a ball up. We'll just wait for confirmation. It's a throw-in. No, it'll be a ball up. So, ball will be thrown aloft with this rain showering down a little bit here at Ford Park. We've seen it off and on all day. So again, it's going to test the ability to pick the ball up at ground level cleanly. As again, players do fall to ground. Could be high there. And umpire said, no, ball it up, thank you very much. A nice tackle there from Marsh, did really well. And again, it's just the tap work. Not getting it down to their first users, the Ruck Rovers. I know it's tough in these conditions, but it's what you have to do sometimes. Umpire said it was a mark. So now they can get and go. The kick wasn't the best inside the forward line. It's been sort of that with the Eastern team at the moment. With not long left in the quarter, you'd want to take your chances like that, but the umpire said, give it a mate. I'll go again. The ball thrown up. Rucks go at it again in the Eastern forward line, so they wouldn't want to concede one late here, Yarra, and they don't. Kick will go out. And there's the siren. 3/4 time here at Ford Park in Division 1 Girls Interleague contest here between YJFL and Eastern Football League. It's exciting brand of footy at the moment. It's a bit greasy at ground level. You know the rain's going to start pouring. You don't know about Melbourne where this last quarter could be dry or it could be pouring rain. We don't know, but we'll find out on the other side of the break. We'll take a quick break. 3/4 time. See you in a minute. Happy to welcome back to Ford Park today. It's been a fantastic night and evening here at Ford Park. We've seen two good games of footy. One was a bit of a one-sided affair, but this one, well, it's quite the opposite. It's a 1-point lead for Yarra at 3/4 time. I think everyone's up and about today. The crowds sort of come towards the fence. They've said, all right, the rain stopped, but we don't know how long for. So we'll hope for our chance it doesn't start raining the next 5 or so minutes. But for now, it's the start of the last quarter. It's 1 point the difference. And it's Yarra taking on East in the Div 1 Girls Interleague contest here on a Wednesday night here at Ford Park. So Yarra trying to get the first clearance. They do really well. Use their hands. Good tackling pressure. That'll be on the footy. So we have Eastern with their first clearance. They do use their targets nicely. Now they can just sort of hold this footy at the moment and find a good target inside the forward line, except probably not the best kick. It's a bit cut off by Yarra. The ball, it's a risky kick too in the middle of the ground. Might not work out. Could be thrown on contact. Umpire said no, keep going. Opportunity for that ground level for some of the small forwards. Here right now, it's a big moment. Forwards will go up for the mark. No mark taken. And Yarra do well to get this ball out. Not the best kick though, a long one along the ground, but it can work out sometimes, these sorts of kicks, and it does. They'll probably might get a stoppage here, we might not. The ball will just trickle, and now it's a stoppage. So this game has probably been played. First quarter was probably in the favour of Eastern, and then all of a sudden Yarra fall back in the second quarter. Eastern in the third, and possibly now Eastern in the last with the kick inside the forward line. And then now a short little target, and they spot up a target, they do. That's a big mark and a big opportunity now for Eastern. Early in the quarter, they'll get a mark. It'll be really to kick a goal, hopefully, for the Eastern, for their coaches and their players to get a bit of a spark in this last quarter to also take the lead. The kick, will it score? It might have just scored, it has. So that's one behind there. So it's now a draw. So it's 4 goals, 4-28 to 3 goals, 10-28. And now it's gone to 13 scoring shots to 8. So it's been a contest of possibly missed opportunities or rush behinds. It has been very, very tough. But that's a nice little bump from Eastern. So setting the tone early they are with their contest work. They kick the ball inside the forward 50. And then the ball just comes to ground. And the ball will be thrown up again. So a lot of stoppages early in this last. The rain has stopped for the moment. So it could be a team that gets the lead early in this quarter. Could hold on to it depending on the weather. If it starts pouring rain again, I reckon it might, because it's Melbourne. We don't know the weather at the moment. Here we go. The ball right in this wing at the moment. And the ball doesn't really want to come out. It's the players are starting to Eastern do really well to get it. And they get on boot to ball. Kick wasn't really effective. And it could be another stoppage here, and it is. So the tackling pressure is on display early in this last quarter, which both teams have to be alert on. Holding tackles is so important, especially in these moments. That's another one there. Eastern trying to just walk their way through, and they can't at the moment. And it's again, it'll be a ruck contest. And again, it's Yarra who try to just use the legs and drive through. It's Gaffer who gets the ball and just fumbles at the crucial moment. Now just a handball. And Eastern do get the forward entry and a drop mark from Yarra. Could be a moment for Eastern now. The handball was put in the path of a teammate, you'd think, almost. No, it'll be Yarra who do get the ball outside the defensive 50. Did that really well. A good tackle. Locked up. Umpire said, give it to me. The ball just spilled out, but he said, no, give it to me. So, with not long left in this contest, still a draw, 28 apiece. Big contest. Gaffer again, he's been okay in this quarter, but it could be holding the footy. And they all look at each other, the umpires, and one of them paid it. They had to. Now they wheel around on the left peg. You can see number 37, Daunton, who's been good too today, this afternoon. And tackling, but umpire says, I'll have it again. So a lot of stoppages so far this quarter. Both teams doing well with the tackling pressure. Even you can see Yarra in their defensive, I guess, 50. They're very on point at the moment, which they have to be with this sort of kicks inside the forward line. Couldn't capitalise on that occasion was Eastern, but another stoppage. So both teams trying to suss each other out and see in this last quarter what are they going to go for? How are they going to attack this last quarter? It's intriguing to watch, and I hope it is for you guys at home too. So another stoppage here. Another tap down. It's Yarra again, trying to get the ball moving. But it's always Eastern to get the ball, and it's just Yarra always tackling. They're always laying those tackles that they need to lay. Otherwise, Eastern are almost dead every time. Like this moment here, kick outside the pack. It could fall over the line, almost. Play on, upset the umpire. A check side attempts, and it's might have hit the behind post on the full. So it'll be Edibats on the full, and we'll have a Yarra kick in. They'll kick out here at the moment. Still a draw. So a point could have been anything there. Could have possibly decided the game. You never know. That could have been anything there. As the ball just rolls over the boundary line, we'll have a throw in here. So a point any stage in this quarter would be massive. No matter how you get it, just rush it through if you have to, because you never know, come the final siren. The ball back was thrown in. Eastern do really well to get it back. It's another scrubby little kick, but it falls to a player. Kick around the corner. It's a major. Another big moment in the contest. Number 23, Ravi, kicks the major, and I tell you what, that's a big one, because it was all Yarra in that first half, and all of a sudden they fought back Eastern, and then you just think, okay, this last quarter could be anything. Eastern get the first. They set the tone. 13 minutes left in this game of footy. Thanks to our sponsors also, NRQ, Swimming University of Technology, Hire Depot, Pivot Sports Performance, Sports Safe Australia, and Hair House. As the ball is thrown up, and it could be a 6-6-6. It will be, and it'll go the way of Eastern. So that's a huge, huge call. As a nice little move there was put on by guess who? And almost a little turnover there, but she's been good all day as Crossland. The ball will just stay in the middle of the ground. So a 6-6-6. Don't always see them coming off, and especially like when I think it might have been a player coming off the half back a little bit too early, or possibly the half forward line for a team like Yarra. So a big call. They'll get the clearance here. Just a little clearance. Wouldn't go a long way, but it does. Take that. And as the ball will go out towards the wing side, it's Eastern who just stand up tall and take on the tacklers, and they go forward. But at the moment, it's all Yarra. So number 54, Bird, does really well. Kicks it down the line. Couldn't find her teammate, but the ball still on this sort of wing in front of the coaches. Ball moving in the herd of all players, just trying to get their hands on the footy. With a 6-point game like this, it's a chance for Eastern now. They win the tap down. They do really well to get the ball forward though, Yarra. They can, nice little tackle there. That'll be handy. And it's none other than also Gaffer, who's been good. Laying those big tackles is Gaffer. It's a big moment, and she's standing up to the occasion with these tackles in these last quarter. You know it's going to be a high contest game. Doing very well. As we also said, this ball just staying in this sort of wing in front of the coaches, as I said before. It's not really moving a whole lot, but Yarra do really want to get the handball game going. And just the last kick, they just can't make that last little transition handball, but now all of a sudden Eastern just come out of nowhere, and they're moving in. Look at this, like a 3-man weave in basketball. They go long, and all of a sudden the kick's not that good. Falls to ground. Yarra they try, and it'll be a ball up. So it was a good moving look from Eastern there. They had a chance. Yarra, just the team where they had to do what they had to do. They had to lock that ball up and get a stoppage anywhere they could, and they did well to get in the middle of the ground. So it's now a bit of neutral territory for both teams. And guess who gets a clearance? It's Yarra. They send it forward. Is there a player there? There's not. Disappointing for Yarra supporters here today. That could be a moment. And all of a sudden it's Eastern who did well to get the ball out. And handball it again. That's nicely played. Almost a clean pick up from Crazer. The handball from Yarra was a bit of a wayward one. Tackle again. Two tackles went to one. Left the ball at ground level. Kick will come out. Almost over the line, but it could be marked here by Eastern. It's not. Ball will come to ground. They have to work it out. They got two Eastern players there. No one really shepherded, so the ball will still come alive here. Yarra almost threw it to her opponent. And that was a nice kick. Almost well done by Yarra. Just eaching the ball forward. That's what you have to do in these situations. Get it forward. No matter how you get it there, it's fine. Let the forwards do the rest. Yarra, that could be holding the footy. Almost. And now just the pressure. They're actually doing really well. Yarra to just hold on to this pressure. The tackling pressure is immense. Oh, but the fumbles will come at crucial times. We're doing this footy is wet. It's slippery. It's been raining all night and afternoon. As the ball goes onto the wing, they can pick it up now. And it's Eastern who do get the rappel. They can go in the middle of the ground. The kick wasn't the best though. Could let them down. Yarra do well to just hold the footy up. They get a handball out the wing. Now who's there? They go, Yarra, get the ball forward. Who's there though? Not a lot. Eastern got that wall set up. But the ball will come out to Yarra. Now their opportunity is now. They kick it long in the forward line. How will it bounce? Not bad for both opposition because it just sort of nullified, and umpire said, give me the footy. for 8 minutes 24 left in this game. 6-point ball game. If you're the coaches, you want your star players on the field that you know you can trust in this situation. So the ball comes out. It's Yarra who wins it back though. And it's holding the ball. What a call. I tell you what, I didn't see a lot of pride there, but what am I to know? The kick went long to the contest on the wing. Wasn't the best if you're Eastern, and they do well to get the ball forward though. That's what they had to do. And Yarra, they are holding up the ball well too. So this is the tale of two defences at the moment. We're just seeing the ball ping-ponging around. Nice tackle laid there. No pride though. Umpire said keep going. And then it's willingness to take on the tackler from Yarra. That's keeping him in good stead to get the ball forward. There is still a bit of time left on the clock, so it's not the end of the world so far. As the ball will just keep ping-ponging around. Everyone just slapping it forward, just trying to just get it forward no matter what. Yarra will hold it up here. So 7 minutes and around about 7 minutes left in this contest. Umpire throws it up again for the ruckman to go at it. Easton get a kick away, but no, to no avail. Yarra got a chance here. The tackle will come. No, it won't. Easton do really well to get it out. Here's a big contest to win. So it's Yarra again who just repel, and they can go forward if they want. No, they can't. It'll be another stoppage. And with this umpire ball up now, big position to the game to be in. Recap the scoreboard, 4-4-28 to 4-10-34. Easton's way on the scoreboard. All thanks to the High Deep 8 scoreboard. As now it's just I guess it's just trickling the ball, just trickling forward at the moment. It's Yarra who try to handball their way out of it. Probably not the best option. Just slam it on the boot if you were me. And then another handball comes out. And Yarra that could be a dangerous tackle, it is. It's a tough call, but it is probably the right call. That's slinging action, they don't like that one, the umpires. So the ball will go forward. And a drop mark. Could have been a moment to go inside the forward line, a bit more, direction. And it's a turnover. And all of a sudden, it's now in favour of Eastern, except Yarra do well at ground level. They get the ball forward. Is anyone there? There's not a lot, except they've got handball options at the side. They do use them. They can snap this around the corner. They've got a one-on-one in the goal square, except the ball will go over the line. So if you just joined us, it's been a contest from the very start. It started off with Eastern controlling the game and the tempo at the start, and then all of a sudden, Yarra had their chance in the second quarter. Third quarter was sort of 0-0 draw because it was almost around that margin. They had the 1 point lead to Yarra, and then it was all of a sudden, now they've taken the lead, have Eastern. So not long left. Just under 5 minutes left. The kick will come out, and Eastern are there, well set up. That's where you need to be. The kick is risky, though. Probably not the kick to be taking at this moment in time. The tackle was almost there. The kick will go to the pocket, and that was another chance for Yarra. The kick it was there, but just didn't get enough purchase on it to get to the top of the goal square. The kick probably wasn't the best option from a Eastern point of view. Probably not the right time to take those sorts of kicks. It's a handball. There's a lot of congestion out of there. Well done. Got it at the back. Did Yarra. Another chance. It's a mark. They paid the mark. The umpire just says, take your time, go around the mark. That's what she does. So Eastern can now possess a lot of the players extremely on this side of the field. It's probably not the safest option going across goal. Probably at the right time too. The ball will be kicked centre half forward region for Yarra. As well, the throw in. Big moments in this contest. Huge. Ball will be thrown up again. And it's Bird in the ruck again, trying to just get Yarra that ascendancy in the middle of the ground they need. It's And again, it's Easton who good at ground level, but just fumbled the crucial moment. Could have been holding the footy. Umpire said, keep going. And the kick is good from Easton. They can just hold it up. They've got players out. That's smart. They got another player over the top. If they can turn around and find her. It's a good kick. It'll work. Yep. Play on. It's a risky play. But I tell you what, if she kicks a goal, it's not. And she's missed. So the play on was risky. And it probably just wasn't the right time from Letcher. She had the opportunity to probably almost ice the contest. But it is a handy point. It's now 4-4-28, 4-11-35. Here at Ford Park, thanks to the High Depot scoreboard. As the ball is on this wing, and all Yarra have to do is just get this forward. No matter how they get it, just kick it off the ground. Not the right option to just try and pick it up in these situations when it's so, you could say, congested and tackles being laid everywhere. You know, when you get the ball, you've only got a split decision to make it the right decision. In the moment, I think the right decisions are going in favour of Easton, which probably wasn't the best option to play on before, but nonetheless, it's a handy point. And Easton win this clearance again. Almost a mark. Easton will keep going though, but Yarra, they've done it all day. Just getting those kick forward. Scrappy. Might work out, but it might not too. And the ball will just stay for another stoppage, you'd think, in this last quarter. Feels like we had about 100 stoppages. This ball just doesn't want to come out of the pack, and it'll be a stoppage now. So the rain has eased off at Ford Park here for this last term. After this great game of footy, it's been torrential rain, it's been little sprinkles of rain, it's been no rain at all. Typical Melbourne day with the weather. When it's pouring rain, you just don't know what's going to happen next. With 1 minute and 10 seconds left, Easton have got a 7-point lead on the scoreboard. And Yarra's got to do everything to get them forward now, because it's now or never. Take risks, take whatever you can. 56 seconds left. Again, Yarra win the clearance, but they just can't get away because Easton's pressure has been fantastic all day. The tackling needed to be on point, it is, but Yarra do get the clearance. So don't go too early yet. The ball will go at the back. And that's another one where missed opportunities for Yarra. They had the more scoring shots, says Easton, but some of the kicks from Yarra could go to the top of the goal scoop, but they've chosen that sort of same pocket majority of the afternoon and night. As the ball will just be, I guess, ping-ponging around again, as I've said all day. Sort of that feel to it. We're just going back and forth. Teams collide. Tackles are made. And there's the siren. Easton get the job done over Yarra. Another contest where Easton get the better of the Yarra Junior Football League. They were good all day from start to finish. And thank you to our sponsors for today. They had NRQ, Swinburne University of Technology, Higher Depot, Pivot Sports Performance, Sports Save Australia, Hair House. My name is Ziggy Keating. I hope you enjoyed your day here at Ford Park. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.